Hey everyone, I know I said I'd make a video like right after the last one, but literally right after I made it, I got really sick and everything's been kind of crazy, so that's why I haven't really been doing a lot. But I've been trying to stream, but scheduling is kind of strange. Anyway, I'm making a little haul thing today about new art supplies and other various things that you can see here, because I talked about this on my stream and I said that I could make a haul video out of it, and everyone was going crazy and I was like, show us the things. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I did show some of this on stream, but honestly I can't even remember. It was a little while ago, but there's some things that aren't necessarily art supplies here that I will do first, just because I know some people are interested in it. Most of this stuff, in terms of actual art supplies, most of it's from either Tiger, which is like a chain of European stores, or from Cult Pans, and I can't remember where I got this book from. I think it was from Amazon. I don't know. Anyway, so these are just like various things. So I went to Shoryu Ramen, which is a ramen restaurant, obviously, and they were doing a Gudetama collaboration, and you know how much I love Sanrio, so I got stuff that they had there. There's this coaster that you got that was free if you got the Gudetama set menu, which I'm a fan of. I like it. It's great. And then the things I actually bought were, I got this little postcard print that I still need to put up somewhere. I don't know. This whole thing is still a mess. That's why my setup is kind of dodgy right now, because I'm still getting used to everything. I got these little badges, which I'll probably put on like my pencil case or something. I also need a new pencil case. My one's really old now. I got this notepad. I have a million notepads, but you know, this one's different because it has the Shoryu on it, and I was like, I really want it, and I'll probably use it for making lists and stuff of things I need to do, because I definitely want to get more organized, and especially with, you know, with YouTube and Twitch and stuff, so maybe I'll use this for that, I don't know. And then this literally arrived in the mail like a few hours ago, and I just wanted to talk about it because I'm really excited about it. It's the first issue of the season 11 comic for Adventure Time, and I got this because my friend Jess, who is like an amazing artist, I will link her Twitter, because oh my god, she's amazing. She did the colours for this cover of the comic, and I was like so excited for her because she's amazing. So as soon as I found out about it, I found a copy online and I bought it. So, you know, I love the art, it's really good, and oh my god, you all need to follow Jess, like, goddamn. So now we have the actual art supplies. This is kind of a mess, so I'm just gonna go through this little pile here. So I got a load of pens because, you know, I am obsessed with pens, and brush pens especially. Sometimes I just go on Cult Pens just to see if they have brush pens that I've never tried before, so I kind of did that, as well as some other things. So I got this, which is the Kuretake brush writer. I had never seen this before, and I like Kuretake stuff, and I saw this and it looked like a combination of like the Kuretake brush pens and like the Pentel brush pen, so I was like, I'm gonna try it. It's pretty nice. I haven't used it on a lot of like proper illustrations yet, but I'm gonna test it out a bit more. I've been really busy, so I haven't had time to like work on new things, which has been kind of annoying. And yeah, in Tiger I got these acrylic paint markers, and I got them just because I really like using Posca pens and stuff, but Posca pens can be expensive. So these were, I think, £1 each, and I didn't know how good they'd be, so I just got 2 colours. Although unfortunately, at least not in the one I went to, they didn't have a white, which is probably the Posca colour I use the most. But again, these seem pretty solid. I'm gonna have to experiment a bit more with it anyway, so yeah. In terms of more brush pens, I've got this Unipin one. I really like the Unipin fine liners. I think they're really good. They're pretty much my favourite fine liners to use. And then I recently found out that they now have a brush pen, and I was like, yes. It's like really small. Like, look at that. It doesn't focus properly. Okay, but it's good for like small details and stuff, you know, because I don't always use fine liners these days. And we have this, which is the Tom Balfour-Denoske brush pen. I believe it's the one that's in soft. This is pretty much my go-to brush pen. It's not necessarily a new art supply. I mainly got this because my other one is running out, so I needed to get a new one. So that's pretty standard. Speaking of the Unipin fine liners, I got this grey one because I've never tried the grey ones before, and I think it's good for if I want to do a sketch without doing it in pencil, because I've been trying to do sketches in pen recently, and even just for tidying up pieces without having a solid black line, this is good because it's a light grey instead, so it doesn't show up as much. I don't know, it makes sense to me. I still need to experiment with it. I saw this. I've seen a few people on YouTube use these before. It's the Koh-i-Noor, I didn't say it, Koh-i-Noor magic pencil. And this thing's kind of crazy. Like, wait, do I have like a piece of paper on hand? I do. Okay. This thing like changes color all the time. Like, wait, now it's using the same one. It like has a billion different colors in it, and it's kind of crazy. Like, if you hold it at a different angle, it'll do a different color, and it's like, what? I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna do with this. I kind of just bought it because it looked fun, I'm not gonna lie. I might use it for sketching and just have like really colourful sketches. That'd be pretty fun. Let's get that out of the way. But yeah, that's something I can maybe do a dedicated video on, I don't know. And then, this is my favourite of the pens I've got, is the Pentel Aquash in, I believe it's called light black. I already took out the packet because I was really excited. Basically, if you've done stuff with water brush pens, you've probably seen the Aquash stuff before where you just put water in it. This has black ink in it, so it's not like really, it's kind of like a dark grey-ish kind of colour. It's really hard to describe, but it's not like completely black, so it's good for if you do a black outline and you want to do a grayscale drawing, you can use this and it will just look really good. Sadly, I haven't had time for Inktober this year, but if I did, I would be using this so much. These weren't available in the UK for ages, and then they were on Amazon, and I think they sold out really quickly, so I was lucky that I was able to get one. But it's actually, like, I haven't even properly used it yet, but it's already becoming like one of my favourite inking supplies. I love it so much. So, I was talking earlier about things I got in Tiger. I bought a ton of tape. I have a washi tape addiction. And they have like these thin ones. I think they're meant for bullet journaling because it's become more popular, so they have more for it. And they're really cheap. I just got a load of them. And I have this leaf one. I have two of this star one for some reason. I have this one, which is like a bunch of OK hands. I pretty much got that one for memes. I got this rainbow one, which I think is really cute. And then I got this heart one, you know, just a standard pattern. And I'm a big fan. It's great. Okay, so if you've seen any of my recent stuff, I talked a bit about this in the White Pearl video, but I recently have started using dip pens, and it is like my new obsession. I'm actually like really enjoying myself with it. So I've got a lot of new dip pen supplies. This first one, again, was from Tiger, and I actually wish that this, I believe this is new, or at least it was when I got it. I wish it was a thing when I was first getting into dip pens, because this literally was, I think, £5, and it comes with everything you would need to start. So let me like open it. It's got the nib holder. It's got two nibs, which I believe are the same, and then this little holder to put this in, and then a bottle of ink. And like, I thought that was really good, because dip pen supplies They can either be like really good or really expensive, and it's just like, especially the ink. The ink's the most expensive part. But this is pretty solid. I haven't had a proper chance to try it yet, but I did some little tests of the ink and stuff, and it's actually pretty good. I don't know if the ink is waterproof though, so I'll have to test that at another point. Speaking of my dip pen supplies, I got this to put them all in. It's a Colonia little pen box thing. So if I just open it up, and then it literally just, I can put everything in it. So I have this little box that has all my nibs, and then I have a lot of nib holders now. And then I have all these nib holders that I use. And another thing that I got as a part of this haul is another nib. So I got this, I believe it's is it Tachikawa? Yeah, it's a Tachikawa G Pen one. So it's, you know, I just kept it in here to keep it separate so I would remember to mention it in the haul. So now I don't have to do that anymore. Okay, let's oh god, let's put all these back and then I will carry on. Okay, so the last thing, which is dip pen related, is I got this from Amazon. I didn't really know what to think of it, and then I just tried it for the hell of it. And again, I think I might make a dedicated video on this just because it's pretty fun. If there's any art supplies here that you want me to go into in more detail in a video, do let me know because I need video ideas. It's a glass dip pen, and like, this looks like a goddamn ornament. It does not look like something that you draw with. It's like, what? And as you can see, it's kind of dirty because I've already used it, and it's actually really nice. It feels really nice to ink with it. It just feels nice to hold, if I'm being honest. So it's a really interesting thing. I don't know if I'll use it every time for inking, just because I'm terrified of shattering it, but it's pretty fun. And the last thing that I got is this sketchbook. I'm not gonna lie, I have more than enough sketchbooks. I just really wanted a mixed media one, and if you watch a lot of art YouTube, pretty much every art YouTube person has one of these. And I wanted it just for media testing and stuff without doing anything fancy, because my only other mixed media paper is really fancy, which kind of makes me scared to use it. Again, I was going to record this video earlier, but I got sick, so I got impatient and started using everything already. Did this picture of Rin from Catherine Full Body just to like test the paper and to test some of my new supplies, and oh my god, it feels like great. Like, you can pretty much use anything on this. I haven't tried it with markers yet, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, did I mess that up? No, I didn't. Okay. So yeah, that's again, I can make a thing talking about different paper and stuff because I go pretty crazy when it comes to paper. So yeah, that is a thing. Okay, so that is pretty much the gist of everything that I've got recently. I'm not gonna lie, I do have some more art supplies on the way, but it's literally like one thing that ended up arriving late, so that's not gonna be in this, I guess. But yeah, I am trying to make things again. Streaming is a little bit inconsistent for me right now just because of everything that's going on, but YouTube videos don't take nearly as long, so the main problem with that is the ideas for things, so I'll try and make things a bit less crappy. But we'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching, I really appreciate that. If you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, Twitter is probably the best place, and obviously my Twitch streams because those are more frequent. But yeah, until then, I will see you whenever I next see you, so bye!